All right. I am pretty happy to report I got a good amount done today. I really did. So let's go down the list. So I did in fact call a lot of ICUs. I called like 4 or 5, I think. I just did like 4 or 5 for today. I had a list of 10, and I'm just like, let me just do like 4 or 5. And 3 actually got back to me. I got 3 pretty good responses. The first one actually gave me an email of the hiring manager. And then I lost hope because I sent her an email back with my resume, and she said, "Oh, we have a night shift position open." And I looked at the website, and no, they didn't. So I was just like, "You're bullshitting me." And I'm just not surprised, bro. You know how it is. People just lie to you just so they could get you to fuck off. And I'm just like, oh my God, come on. And then, so that's the first one. I don't know. I didn't check if she responded back to me, maybe. The second one, wishful thinking, but the nurse was very nice. And she was like, oh yeah, totally. I'll give you your information to the manager. So I'm like, okay. So I shared my email and phone number. Obviously, I've gotten no response back yet, and I don't think I will. But, you know, it's the thought that counts. And then the last one gave me just the manager's first name because she didn't know the first and last name or email. And I realized I could just call it a different time and then basically ask them like I know. You know, I could be like, oh, hey, I heard this is the name of your manager. Can I get her email? You know, because I'm already coming across as someone that's in the know. So I feel like I'm more likely to get an email or contact information. Because coming across as someone who is just randomly calling is kind of a red flag. Because it's like, oh, what if this guy is like a scammer or something, you know? Like anyone could say that they're a nurse, you know? So, yeah. That went well. That's only like the first batch of calls. So I'm going to keep on calling. I'm going to try other hospital systems and see what happens. I applied to some jobs. It's funny because the applications I sent actually had the wrong cover letter, and the cover letter for those applications was like of another hospital. So I kind of fucked up. But I'm like, whatever, bro. I've already gotten like dozens of fucking rejections. They're probably gonna reject me anyway, so whatever. Yeah, the community college that I'm with is kind of weird. Because I haven't gotten an email back after I've gotten accepted. Like they haven't gave me an advisor or anything like that. And I'd like to talk to an advisor because I'm trying to see, because first of all, the course enrollment, like selection sucks. It really sucks. And it's hard for me to select the courses. And I'm trying to see if I could actually do chemistry too. And then see if I could stack on some more classes as the semesters go on. Just to have, once again, more stuff for CRNA school. So yeah, I guess I'll try calling them. Seriously. I emailed them already and they haven't responded back, so that's annoying. And then I started doing a bit more creative writing just to get me more used to like making a good personal statement. I feel like this really helps me with actually working on my building like that character of wanting to be an ICU nurse and like really believing it, really wanting it, you know? Like it really builds motivation. And then I'm also actually trying to work on a personal statement because you need one to get into CRNA school. Now, to be honest with you, it's quite literally not a good idea to do and finish a personal statement because, like, I still have yet to work in the ICU, and I'm pretty sure the ICU is going to be a huge part of my fucking personal statement. So it's like, I'm only more so just going through the actions just to get my mind used to it, just to get used to it, just to, like, have a good idea, just to get some pen on paper, like just getting some reps in the gym. Even if I'm not doing my max outs, at least I'm doing something. I did a bit of ICU research and just doing a bit more of just understanding what's to do in the ICU, you know, because it's important for me to just know, just for my supplemental knowledge. Because if I'm being honest with you, I don't really know a whole lot about ICU. I don't know shit about ventilators. I don't know shit about the Impella balloons. I don't know shit about ICP and sort of like how that one drain that comes out of the head for the intracranial pressure, I forgot what that shit was called. I don't know shit about ECMO. I don't know much about CRRT. CCRT or CRRT? See, I don't even know the fucking name. I don't know much about any of that stuff. And to be fair, I'm going to learn it as I go, but like what's the shame or what's the issue with learning it now? You know, the internet's right there. I could go ahead and educate myself. Now, I'm not saying this is going to replace the experience. I'm just saying this is supplemental so that I know, so I'm more knowledgeable because, like, I just don't, it's not that I want the job. I want to be good at the job, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not just trying to have a job because I'm treating it like a checkbox, you know? Like, no, hell no. I'm treating it like something I want to do. Because if I don't like being an ICU nurse, I'm not gonna like being a CRNA. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta like both for it to work out for you. You know, like I said, otherwise I'm just checking the checkbox. What's the point? And then I wanted to actually look into, because I bought the CCRN prep book. I have not been using it because obviously I'm not going to take the CCRN for another year. So, like, you know, it's kind of not that valuable for my time, but it's nice to like look into it every now and then. I didn't do that though. There was a CRNA open house. It's like CSPA is doing it. It's the CRNA, what is it called? Success Coaching. They're like the biggest, like, they're basically the med school insiders of CRNA school. You know what I mean? So they are doing like a little Q&A event. So I'm thinking of just attending and just, you know, talking a little bit. Nothing too crazy. That's on March 30th. And then lastly, one other huge thing, right? Last but not least, I was looking at a lot of volunteer opportunities, and like none of them really, I didn't really like any of them, because a lot of it was just like volunteer opportunities that weren't necessarily clinically related. Like a lot of it was just like, you know, giving to the homeless, and like don't get me wrong, that all of that is great, but if I were to do a volunteer opportunity, preferably I do one that uses my medical knowledge and skills, preferably. So there's this one clinic where 99% of the services are essentially yes, 99% of the services are free / done by volunteers, and I'd want to volunteer there because, like, after comparing, you know, every other volunteer space that there was, I felt like that one was the best for me. So I sent her the application, and she actually got back to me. She said, "Hey, let's talk." I'm like, "Cool." So I got some volunteering down, and yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that hopefully soon. This month, hopefully. And then, yeah, so that'll be really good experience for me. I've already done a little bit of volunteer work. Honestly, it was pretty good. Just doing some vital screenings for people at a young adults home. And it was really nice. But, yeah, so hopefully I could get a good experience out of that. Get a lot of good out of that. And, you know, continue going through the motions of wanting to become a CRNA. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I also started thinking about the idea of becoming a doctor again. Man, that thought keeps creeping up. The idea of it this time was just, what was it, man? Why did it pop up again? It was just the idea of like I already made like 2 videos about why I'm doing CRNA and not MD, but like, I don't know, because it's like, it really truly allows me to explore that possibility. Despite it being very, very, like, arduous and everything, I don't know. I forgot what the reason was. I'm not going to lie. I just started thinking about it again. But I don't know. I shouldn't think about it as much because it's not what I want to do. All right, that's it. I got a lot done today. I plan on hopefully doing just as much tomorrow. Hopefully making some progress on these cold calls and shit. And just making progress in general. Yes, and I'm gonna start applying more widely throughout the state as well. Like I'm just gonna go ahead, even if it's level 2 trauma centers in rural areas. Fuck it, I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, send applications out there. All right, that's it for today. Hopefully we just as good tomorrow.